What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. Get ready, football fans, because this week's headlines are absolutely scorching. We're kicking things off with a look at Russell Wilson, who flashed vintage form in a nail-biting overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys. After a rough start to his season, Wilson reminded everyone what he's capable of on the field, putting up numbers that had fans buzzing. But the story doesn't stop there. We're also breaking down how an ex-Steelers QB, none other than Russell Wilson himself, delivered a stunning Week 2 performance that's got the entire league talking. Did he prove Pittsburgh made a mistake letting him go? We're diving deep into the numbers and the game-changing plays. And what about the future? Jaxson Dart hype was temporarily silenced, but with recent events, could that quarterback conversation be back in the spotlight? We're exploring the dynamics and what it means for the team's long-term plans. Finally, we're bringing you a deep dive into all the critical New York Giants video highlights from their Week 2 matchup against the Cowboys that you absolutely need to see. It's all here, and it's all happening now. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your NFL insights, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. Russell Wilson flashes vintage form in overtime loss to Cowboys. A week after facing intense criticism and boos following a rough Week 1 performance, Russell Wilson delivered a performance that had fans reminiscing about his glory days in a thrilling Week 2 overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Despite the ultimate outcome, Wilson's play was a masterclass in quarterbacking, showcasing the elite skills that once made him an MVP candidate. Wilson completed an impressive 30 of 41 passes for 451 yards and 3 touchdowns, achieving a passer rating of 123.1, good for 5th among quarterbacks in Week 2. The numbers could have been even higher, with 3 passes dropped by his receivers and several deep shots that demonstrated his revived arm strength and accuracy. His average depth of target was nearly double that of his counterpart, Dak Prescott, and a staggering 76.3% of his yards came through the air, highlighting his ability to stretch the field. Unlike his previous outings, Wilson operated with remarkable efficiency, averaging just 2.55 seconds to throw, indicating a more stable and confident presence in the pocket, especially considering he faced significantly less pressure than in Week 1. The performance ignited discussions online, with fans and analysts debating whether this was a true resurgence for Wilson or a flash in the pan. Many pointed to the improved defensive line play as a key factor, allowing Wilson to operate with the confidence and poise he displayed earlier in his career. Could this be the start of a new chapter for Russell Wilson and the Giants? But was this a sign of things to come, or a momentary return to his prime? Stick around as we break down another quarterback's surprising Week 2 heroics that are making waves across the league. Ex-Steelers QB delivers stunning Week 2 performance despite loss. The impact of a franchise quarterback is undeniable, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are feeling that void acutely. This past Sunday, however, a former Steelers signal caller, Russell Wilson now with the New York Giants, delivered a performance that made Pittsburgh fans question their front office's decisions. In a nationally televised game against the highly touted Dallas Cowboys, Wilson channeled his inner prime self, throwing for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns to force overtime. His connection with rookie receiver Malik Neighbors was electric, reminiscent of his chemistry with George Pickens in Pittsburgh. Wilson looked fluid, confident, and in complete command of the Giants' offense, a stark contrast to the inconsistent play that plagued him in his final year with the Steelers. Despite a late overtime interception that ultimately cost them the game, Wilson's grit and precision were on full display, proving he still possesses elite playmaking ability. Meanwhile, the Steelers themselves struggled offensively in their loss to the Seattle Seahawks, with Aaron Rodgers showing flashes but also 2 interceptions. The stark contrast in quarterback performances has ignited debate among fans. Did Pittsburgh move prematurely on Wilson, especially with Rodgers still shaking off rust? The narrative is clear. Russell Wilson is far from done, and the Giants may have found the spark they desperately needed. While Wilson's resurgence is captivating, another young quarterback's potential is still on the minds of Giants fans, and recent events might just be reopening that conversation. Jaxson Dart hype was buried, until Russell Wilson cracked the door open again. New York Giants fans have been clamoring for rookie quarterback Jaxson Dart, but the buzz around him may have been temporarily put on hold following Russell Wilson's vintage performance in Week 2. However, Wilson's dramatic overtime meltdown against the Dallas Cowboys has suddenly blown the door wide open for Dart speculation once more. Wilson, in what could be described as a tale of two halves, showcased flashes of his illustrious career, completing 30 of 41 passes for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. He looked like the quarterback many believed was still capable of leading the Giants. Yet, in the crucial moments of overtime, the magic vanished. A costly sack and a brutal interception, seemingly due to miscommunication with receiver Malik Neighbors, snatched victory away from New York. This dramatic collapse in crunch time has revitalized the conversation about whether the Giants should turn to their highly touted rookie, Jaxson Dart, sooner rather than later. The Giants faithful are divided, with some defending Wilson's overall performance and others pointing to the critical late-game errors as proof that it's time for a change. The debate is reignited. Is Wilson the future, or is Dart the answer the Giants have been waiting for? But before we get too deep into quarterback debates, let's catch you up on all the essential visual evidence from that Giants versus Cowboys showdown. You won't want to miss these highlights. Giants videos, best plays from Week 2 showdown versus Cowboys. Relive the electrifying moments from the New York Giants Week 2 battle against the Dallas Cowboys. This video compilation brings you the absolute best plays from the intense matchup, showcasing the incredible talent on both sides of the field. Witness quarterback Russell Wilson's standout performances, including a spectacular 48-yard touchdown pass to rookie sensation Malik Neighbors, and another deep strike to Wan'Dale for a 50-yard score. You'll also see Neighbors' incredible 2-touchdown, 167-yard receiving performance in full, including his 29-yard touchdown grab. Don't miss Cam Scatebo's powerful 1-yard touchdown run and Drew Phillips' crucial interception of Dak Prescott. The highlights also feature impressive catches from Darius Slayton and precise throws from Wilson, giving you a comprehensive look at the offensive firepower and defensive plays that defined this thrilling overtime contest. Fans are buzzing about the offensive explosion and the resilience shown by the Giants despite the heartbreaking loss. These highlights capture the high-octane action that had viewers on the edge of their seats, proving that the Giants' offense, with Wilson at the helm, can deliver big plays. That's a wrap on our Week 2 breakdown. But don't go anywhere. We've got a lightning round recap of all the top stories and your full call to action coming up next. All right, football fanatics, let's do a quick rewind. Russell Wilson showed us flashes of vintage brilliance in a tough overtime loss to the Cowboys. An ex-Steelers QB, that's Wilson again, delivered a performance that had everyone talking about his Week 2 heroics. The Jaxson Dart hype train might be back on track after recent quarterback drama, and we've seen the explosive highlights from the Giants' intense battle with Dallas. What a week. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe to the Roger Report for all your essential NFL news and analysis, and smash that notification bell so you're always in the loop. And tell us in the comments, what was your favorite play from Week 2? We'll catch you next time.